Comments keep coming in for Mr. Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and his running mate, Dati. First, it was President Olusegun Obasanjo, just as the year was ending, who endorsed Peter Obi. Since then, we have had Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State also saying he agrees in total with President Olusegun Obasanjo. There's also a report that former President, General Ibrahim Babangida, IBB, has also endorsed Peter Obi. And then yesterday, you have this 4-page statement by Chief Ike Clark, leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum and one of the prominent leaders in southern Nigeria. What are they all saying in all these statements? They are saying that they believe that Peter Obi has the character, the exposure, the experience, the vision to transform Nigeria. Well, Peter Obi himself says he wants to move Nigeria from consumption to production. But if you look at the various statements, President Obasanjo says he has an edge over the others because the other ones either think they are, seeking the presidency of Nigeria out of a sense of entitlement or because they think they've been there before. But Peter Obi is bringing something new which could help to transform the country, particularly, as Obasanjo pointed out, in the best interest of young Nigerians whom he advised to go out on election day in droves and make an informed choice. Now, if you look at Chief Ike Clark's statement, he talked about Peter Obi's commitment to the environment, which is a major issue in the South Side. He talks about his commitment to education and investing more in the education of young Nigerians. More importantly, he says that the emergence of Peter Obi would amount to ensuring equity and justice and reaffirming clearly that Nigeria does not belong to one group or one region, and that, look, this is something that is, meant for everybody. However, I've just seen a note now saying that General Ibrahim Babangida has denied that he endorsed Peter Obi, that what was put out was from a fake account, titled at General Ibro. I think that fake account was. But in any case, there have been other people who have endorsed, Peter Obi, and it is significant that this is the case. It points to one thing, which is a major thing, that the impact, the continuing impact of the presidential bid of Peter Obi, the strength of that impact is what is illustrated. But the point has been made variously that all these persons who have given this endorsement, they only have one vote in any case. And Chief Ike Clark pointed out clearly that on February 25, he is going to vote for Peter Obi. But the endorsement, the question is, this endorsement, because these are influential persons, could translate into some advantage. And which is why it's not surprising that the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Malam Abdullahi, has said, in fact, the kind of endorsement that Peter Obi continues to receive is a strong reason why the PDP needs to put his house in order, because he seems to be gaining ground. Yesterday, there was a meeting, a pre-Atiku rally meeting in Ibadan. It wasn't attended by the supporters of Seyi Makinde. Seyi Makinde himself was not there. Former Minister Jumoke Akinjide was there. Former Deputy Governor Chief Bola Rumi was there. Elder Wole Oyelese, I think, was also there. Other chieftains were there, but the Seyi Makinde people boycotted the event. So Abdullahi is saying that is a strong signal to the PDP that this game requires greater creativity and unity within their own fold. And then we have Governor Tom in Benue State, who barely stopped short of announcing that he will vote for Peter Obi, but he says Peter Obi has the right qualities, okay? But he says he's in the PDP, which means, yes, he admires Peter Obi, but maybe he's waiting for the G5, the integrity group, to come forward with the statement that they promised that they will make in January before he now makes his position very clear as to where he will vote. But in any case, we live in interesting times, and those times will get more interesting.
Those times definitely will get more interesting. One thing is certain. The same campaign of Peter Obi that some people said were 5 people tweeting in a room, has gathered so much momentum now, and the endorsement has started to come in. Endorsements mean a lot in political season. If it didn't mean a lot, people will not react to the endorsements. Hence, some people try to get endorsements. Even, let's not forget that Afenifere is broken down the middle now because of endorsements. Baya Adebajo endorsed Peter Obi, and then another Fashion endorsed Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So endorsements are important. And that's why when politicians try to undermine endorsements and say it doesn't mean anything, deep inside, in local parlance, it pain them when people get endorsed. You cannot deny the fact that this movement from Peter Obi has also, found favor with the likes of Samuel Ortom, where Peter Obi had visited many times in Benue State. It has also found favor with Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, which I hear that he even had a meeting with some Labour Party stakeholders recently again. But how would all of this play? The most important people in all of this is you, the Nigerian people. Have you gotten your PVC to be able to vote? And what are you voting on? You have to vote based on the issues. There are so many issues on ground. As we speak today, the president repeated yesterday again that he's trying so hard to beg the National Assembly to securitize Ways and Means, which is 22 trillion, at variance with the CBN Act. In fact, he even put a cherry on it by saying that if they don't securitize it, we'll have to pay 1.8 trillion in interest. Whoever emerges the president of Nigeria has issues, has problems to solve already. It's not going to be an easy ride. And that's why Nigerians must open their eyes and vote for the best and most competent candidates. It has to be said. Secondly, it also has to be stated that INEC must do everything possible to ensure people get their PVCs. There have been a lot of complaints of segregation as regards PVCs, and INEC must stand up. January is a critical month. People must get their PVCs so that they're able to vote. But we have problems of ground, just like inflation, MPR might increase. It is difficult doing businesses in Nigeria. The economy is an all-time low, but I see prospect and possibilities. And that's why Nigeria is now looking beyond the politics. And whoever becomes president, we must all come together and support that person, because these issues has to be solved. And good one clarification there by Dr. Abati as regards General Babangida. It has to be said, please, journalists should be careful of parody accounts this season. That was reported from a parody account, and a national daily, in fact, did carry the story from a parody account. That's even the more shocking part as regards General Babangida's endorsement. Let's be careful of parody accounts, especially.